advancing gender parity, and also the President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's resolve to further leveling the playing field for women and men. However, there's still considerable room for improvement in Ghana. Women are still the most disadvantaged members of society, experience higher rates of harassment and abuse, and have fewer access to social, economic, and political opportunities and resources. The campaign theme for this year's International Women's Day is Embrace Equity. On this note, I would like to remind our men that the vision of a just and equal society cannot be realized without your active involvement. On this special day, let us honor our mothers, wives, and sisters by wholeheartedly embracing the concept of equality and letting it guide our thoughts and all our actions. I would also like to use this occasion to celebrate our women serving in various capacities in the public services, including the executives, the judiciary, the legislature. I also celebrate our hard-working women CEOs in the public service. I celebrate our women farmers, market women, our hard-working business women in small and medium enterprises, as well as women captains of industries. Let's embrace equity in Ma Aiko.
You're welcome back to ETV Ghana's African Women's Voices show, and we are rounding up. If you just joined us, well, no problem. You get to finish with us, and then you go back on our Facebook page and get to watch from the beginning. We're also going to upload on our YouTube channel tomorrow, so don't worry. There's still room for you to be able to grab all we've said before now. Now, we'd like to find out from Brigitte, why should women, mentor women? Because the whole conversation is around the fact that we see this hashtag that goes women supporting women, and we're so happy whenever we see that hashtag. As to whether it's really happening on the grounds, well, it depends on what side of the room you are on. For some people, it's happening for them. For some, they may say, okay, I think we still need some more time to improve on the women supporting women. But today, we're talking mentorship. Why do you think women should be mentoring other women?
I've been saying this sentence or phrase all day that women in leadership doesn't only make developmental sense, it actually makes economic sense as well. Whilst we do not put monetary value to a lot of the things we do, the tasks we undertake, like childbearing, childcare, child upbringing, child health, the value is not tangible. The value to all these things are not tangible. It's not like going to get a salary and bringing it home, but it's invaluable. It's, or if you should use the credit card term, it's valueless, if you like. So we tend not to see how important the role women play in our society is. But it is very, very, very valuable. If you were to put worth to it, it's a whole economy. Now, when women have played these roles and are also able to take up positions either in their jobs or in public sector or in government and all that, we must ensure that we are bringing other women along to fill those spaces, because we bring something special to leadership. we are different, we lead differently. Women, generally, a lot more, if you brought in a lot more women, you realize that we handle power differently. We are not consumed by it. And most women just want to help the next person. And therefore, it is good to have a lot more women coming into those spaces that a woman has already held. And that is why, and we know that when you have gotten into that space, it's been very challenging. It's been very difficult. You've had to deal with a space where there may be lots of patriarchy, there may be lots of harassment, there may be a lot of even shaming, and you have fought and won those battles. Bringing someone else in, you don't have to reinvent the wheel anymore. You are going to teach them how to sidestep some of those obstacles and how to perform better. And we know that now more than ever, we need a lot more women in those spaces. And therefore, as women, when you have experienced it and learned from your mistakes and chugged some successes, bring along other women to also uh, fill that space. Men have been mentoring each other a long time ago. They started, each time a man says, "Oh, let's go to the bar," or "let's go to watch a football game outside," for example, or "let's go to this funeral together," or "let's go and eat here and there." They have the time. I mean, somebody was saying, for example, this morning, or was it yesterday on a program, that you take it for granted. If mom and dad are taking a child to school and the child starts to feel sick, it is more likely, the likelihood is that dad
Mom,
will go on to work.
yeah.
Mom
And mom
will
will have
go
to stay
back
with
to the
the child.
hospital. So it's almost our responsibility, if you like. But we are the ones bringing up the next generation and the next population. And yet we are able to combine all that and also combine this with the work we do every day, career-wise. So you must be able to bring someone along and say, it's no big deal. There's a saying that, a woman must work twice as hard to be thought of as half as good as a man. Luckily, that isn't difficult. We have a certain special thing. So that if there's a young lady who is starting, I think, off air, we were talking about the challenges of motherhood, for example. But we do it. We manage it and we do it. So there's a young girl who's coming and is probably just gotten married or has probably just had a child and is complaining about it. You are the one to let them know you can do it. You can fit that role. And because you have known the obstacles and the challenges, it's up to us to make the space comfortable for the next woman who's coming. And that is why I say to women that if you are in an institution, and yes, your children might be adults by now, maybe this is when you should start thinking. And I heard one of your panelists, your people on the clip you played before say, can I make it possible for them to work from home? Can I give them flexi hours? Can we have a creche in the office? And things like that. I have had lots of informal mentors ever since I started working. When I had my first job in SC Johnson, for example, I had an informal mentor. She's now, we called her Auntie Gladys. She was Gladys Kwashi. She's married now. And she mentored us in so many ways. She even mentored us in fashion, where she would hand us down some of her clothes that she didn't need anymore. They were still in very good condition. But she taught you how to dress and would give you advice and ask you how your week is going. Just take an interest in the next person and think about it as the challenges you faced when you were that person's age or when you were just starting out in your career, and make it easy for them to also rise up like you did.
Fantastic. Well, some of you watching may be wondering, so does it mean that mentorship has to be formal, as you have been discussing? Well, across social media, we saw this particular clip that is a different way of mentorship. We saw African women doing their own kind of mentorship. So sometimes when we work, we play a little bit. So, director, if we can have that video clip play for us.
I saw that earlier
You saw
today.
that earlier today too,
And I
right?
said it's double Dutch African style. It's very impressive. Very
So
impressive.
impressive, really, because the way these women were doing this, I don't even remember doing something like this. I know I skipped, but the skill here is massive.
Double Dutch. I mean, even it's the African Americans who used to be good at this, but I don't think they can be able to, they'll be able to
Yeah,
do
even the
this.
style, whoa.
You
And
don't
they had
even.
people over there cheering them on.
Yeah.
And it goes a long way to get people to see that, wow,
We can play it
we
too.
can play too. And I
Yes.
was happy to see all those mothers who were doing what they were doing. I know most of you also did something like this, but the skill they possess is way, way, way higher. So if you give a woman something as small as this, she multiplies it. You see how well they are doing, both formally and informally. That's what we are all looking forward to having. And that's why Bridget is all about mentorship. We need to be able to keep mentoring people to be better and also to aspire to become bigger people and also make an impact in society. When we have a community of mentors, everywhere you go, people are mentoring people, and even these mentees are growing up to become mentors themselves. There's a chain. And over a decade, you can imagine the kind of society we are going to have. So when you hear mentorship, don't think like, oh, okay, you know, those things. I am where I am today. I never had a mentor, so I don't think it's necessary. It is necessary. Very important. So if you haven't gotten the chance to appreciate the importance of a mentor, I need you to go back and watch this clip again and appreciate what Bridget has explained to us, how mentors are taking mentees to the next level. All right? So, on that note, we're going to be closing the curtain today, and we look forward to seeing you same time next week. As mentioned earlier, the repeat broadcast is on Saturday at 9 a.m., and you can watch it on Facebook and on YouTube. If you have any further questions, as I saw your comments, I appreciate them. Bridget will take time and read through them, okay? So you didn't send any questions, but if you still remember something and you want to ask, we'll reach out to her to give us the response. So until we meet again, do enjoy the rest of our interesting lineup for you. Bye-bye.